Yes, because I think
he was on a whole nother level.
I think what he's talked about has changed the culture of Detroit. And people don't even know that or give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Benihana. The Lize Boys made Benihana popular. The Lize Boys made lamb chops popular.
Roof Chris, all that shit.
Yeah.
Roof Chris.
Yeah, for sure.
Balling on your bitch. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I remember he said on my son's left wrist was a Lady Day Just. I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Y'all niggas get money. We are too. Why you worry about us? We ain't worry about you. That's some old school shit.
I had to see a little baby with a little 28 millimeter that looked like right on his hand, like, damn, that's what he was talking about. You know, the names of watches or nothing, none of that shit.
Man, so.
There's a lot of money floating around back then, too.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, niggas was kicking ass.
For sure.
For
sure. So,
and a lot more loyalty.
where Detroit is at right now? No. See, there's so many places I can go with this shit. So, we go from the Lize Boy era to the Dope Boy era. Let's go back to that phone call. Where you like, yeah, Wall, this nigga about to be, ooh. How you meet T? How you meet T Grizzley?
Actually, Peasy brought him to the studio when he was All-Star Ball Hard T. And I didn't know who he was. He just had been up there. I ain't paying him no attention. But he always tell me, yeah, you was sitting at the desk, you had a gun on the counter and all this other shit. So I know he met me through T. But then I just became a fan of the song Quick. He was going so hard on Quick. I'm like, damn, where this young nigga at? They like, man, that nigga about to get 30 years. It's over. And I never even asked about him again. So when he came out as T Grizzley, I didn't even realize that he was All-Star Ball Hard T. So his auntie is the one that came looking for me because he felt like, I don't want to fuck with dog because he probably cost too much. She like, no, we going to go with the nigga that's the best. And she called me up and was like, you know, my nephew, he's getting out of jail. He has a bunch of songs that he wrote to that don't have beats. Can you make beats around the songs? And I'm like, that's my specialty. Period.
So you made that beat around his lyrics?
Yeah. She brought him to the studio. He got the beating on the table, rapping that shit. That long-ass song all the way through without messing up. And I was like, all right, come back later. I'm going to have a beat for you. It was me and a couple of my mans there. I ain't let them know how hard I thought it was then, but when that nigga walked out the door, we was like, God damn.
So it's safe to say you kind of knew it right then and there.
I mean, wasn't nobody taking this shit out the city, though. So I kind of felt like, I'm like, he going to be major in the city. Like, he going to go crazy in the city. That's all I thought.